How you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How are you?
Good, bro. It used to be my favorite place to go down there. It's the Chinese garden. But it's on a hill, so I gotta walk down it and walk up it, so. And my funky tree, you've seen in plenty of videos. It's like bonsai. And this is where my hawk buddy ate that bird in front of everybody when they're freaking out. And that's why I came over here. Hopefully we'll see him just before the sun goes down. Well, it's already down, but that's when he normally comes out because he has to go to bed before the owl comes. Because the hawks don't stick out when the owls are here. He's usually in that tree or this big tree. Ones that don't have many leaves. Between the hawk and the peacock hears more than the hawk does, but the hawk can hear like everything in this whole park. The peacock can hear like everything in this whole park and blocks away from it. Like literally, I think it's like 12-kilometer range they can hear. I think it's like 8 miles or something like that. Don't quote me on it. And this used to be really cool, man, but they let it go to the dogs, kind of. There used to be flowers all up everywhere. Well, there still is here, but they always had flowers in it. Now it's just like shrubbery. And the water fountain in the middle, it's been broke for 2 years. Oh yeah, and the owl lands on that tree sometimes. Just the owl though, not the hawk on the way. Yeah, man. It's like a maze, eh? And it is when you walk through it. But each one has a little exit. If they didn't cut a little exit in it, you wouldn't know. And here's the most famous spot for pictures when you Google High Park. It shows the big Canadian leaf. It's all done in hedges. There's the water fountain that's still broke. Literally, it's been like 3 years. At least. And it was cool when there was water in it. I'd walk all the way around it. It's like a little challenge not to fall in. And if you fall in, then Obviously you're getting wet. It was only like 3 feet deep. Most spots. Cool. You can see the mist coming off the lake. What's the pond? Grenadier Pond. Yeah, I haven't been down there in like 2 years. I should go down. There's a whole family of swans, a whole family of geese. They all know me. All the ones that did know me. They recognize your face for life, right? So if they're in the area, they'll come right up to me, let me go up to them. Other photographers are there, and then they just see me sitting down, chilling beside them. They're like, how do you get so close? Do you feed them? I said, no, that's what you don't do. I pretend to do it. That's cool, eh? Little batch of flowers down there. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye and I thought, hey, there's a geese now. But no, just white flowers. Cool, eh? And see all these? They had like all these inside here. So there was like flowers and pots and everything everywhere. And the one year they had the angel's trumpet, which is that trippy thing, looks like a big bell. And it's, you just sniff it and you can poison yourself. Or you can get high from it. People make tea out of this stuff and abuse it, eh? It's called angel's trumpet. But when it's in full bloom, you smell like candy apples and caramel. Like it smells so sweet, it attracts you to go to it, to smell it. And then when you shove your nose in it and smell it, you get the thing, eh? And some people pass out and they don't wake up because they get like heart problems and stuff from it. But it was literally like right in the middle of these. Like you saw the one water fountain, here's another one. And then there's another one on the other side, so there's 3, right? A little square one, the big one in the middle, and then the far one. So it was up here in the middle, one of these pots had the angel's trumpet. I smelled it, and I swear, I thought someone was like making candy apples, right? Because the vendors have their trucks, and sometimes the one little guy would park up here for the employees. And it was nighttime, so I kept following the smell, and I followed it right to it. And it smelled so good, I stood there for like almost 30 minutes sniffing it and made a video of me sniffing it. Inside the video, you can see 2 little lights of orbs, little orb lights that showed up. It was really trippy. Hello. So after I got home, I didn't know until I looked at the video, and that's when you could see the little light thing inside the angel's trumpet. I thought that's kind of neat. And then when I Googled it and found out what it does, I'm like, wow, I'm ever lucky I didn't pass out from sniffing this crap, right? And well, what do they have it in the middle of a park for? They shouldn't just have that laying out everywhere for people just to walk up and smell it, right? Look at the colors. Cool, eh? So vibrant. I'll even have my shades on, I can see it. Hi. Hello. And this used to be one of my favorite spots to sit, right out in that open. The sun would go over your head in the summertime and set right around there. But now it's like winter, heading on winter, it's setting over here. Whoa. cool. The colors are just popping. Look at that. There's a little pond up there. Just a little tiny one. It's not a pond, it's like a little garden thing. Hey, here it is, man. Angel's Trumpet. These ones are all dried up and small. They're like 4 times bigger than that. So this might be a different variety of it. But literally, it's like 4 times bigger. It hangs over, and you can smell it everywhere when it's in full bloom. It's just amazing. It's like the best thing I've ever smelled from a plant. Yeah, and all you potheads, I mean everything. Look at the bloody colours. Right, we got someone in the bush down there. This is one of my favorite spots to sit to when I want a little privacy. It's so cool. And anybody getting wedding pictures, I've never seen anyone having them here. And like this should be the place that if anywhere you get your wedding photos. The whole backdrop up here. There's a path where people walk just where those trees are. So it doesn't really bother you. You can see the railing up there actually. And then sometimes there's water running down here when they got that little garden thing going. And it's also overflow from the city. So whether that thing's going or not, sometimes the water will flow down here. Like a little waterfall. It's really cool. So if the waterfall's going, you got this awesome pine tree above your head, this whole view, this whole little garden, the path. It just makes for a really good spot to be totally surrounded in nature and have your pictures taken. Or even a little video, like how people do videos for weddings now and stuff too, right? You're coming down the path, and then boom, you're just hit by everything, right? And this whole tree just overhangs that whole bench, so when you're in it, you're totally surrounded. See? This overhangs everywhere. It's bloody great. And you got the titty tree here. So you can rub some titties there. You let it lonely. The titty tree. I should put a bra on it. I should get an oversized bra and put it on there, see how long it stays. I wonder if somebody would put a shirt. I'll put the bra on it. Someone comes with the shirt, puts a big shirt on it. And then a skirt. Hey, little buddy. How you doing? God bless you. Boo. Yes, in the springtime it's really cool. Is that a little buddy up there? I think it's just a clump of trees. Or a clump of bushes. And one of the squirrels shoving them in the corners. Yeah. This would be a great little place for a photo shoot. Even just like right here. You just sit down on that bench. Take a look. Smile, folks. Get the up angle. "17-minute video. I'm gonna take you to the zoo." See the people down there by the lake. We'll go down to the lake another day. I know my limits. And for moving, and I'm not supposed to lift at all. They told me 5 to 10 pounds years ago. And I just laughed at him. I said, "I'm alone, man. I get no help." "What do you mean 5 to 10 pounds? What am I supposed to do? I can't even lift up my niece or nephew anymore. Can't even lift up a baby. What are you talking about?" Didn't listen, and I fractured my back again, literally. Right under the first fracture. The first one was from pushing my car. So I keep saying like 10 years. It's 20 years, man. Going on like 20 years, not 10 years. Same with my heart. Heart issues I've been having. So I'm just holding on by the glory of God, literally. Defy medical science. Doctors have looked right at me and said, "We don't understand." I've looked right back at them and said, "Maybe you confused me with another patient. Maybe they messed up the charts. Let's run it again." Run it again, comes back the same, yeah. God is good. So yeah, I hope you enjoy all these colors. The half moon. The only thing that's the same since Jesus walked this earth is the sun and the moon and the stars. 100% the same. And of course, sin, that's still the same. That'll still be here. Same games, too. Same games. That's why it's so written down, so it's very easy for people to understand how to not play the games. Stop the games. Because the games can't change. The game's got to stay in the same rules. Got to use the same tricks and cheating of the game too. So once you play with somebody who cheats all the time, it's very easy to see the same patterns that they use when they're cheating the same ways. You know, you see the same things repeating and repeating. You're not going to keep doing it, especially like if he's got a card up his sleeve. How many times are you going to let him pull a card out of his sleeve and play it on you until you go, "Wait a minute, I know he's going to pull a card out of his sleeve," and then call it out. Say, "Hey, you got a card up your sleeve." That's all the Bible's about. People get it confused. I think it's like a law, a way of life. No, it's a handbook to help you in your life. and everyone screws up. So, because everyone screws up, you got someone to save you if you accept them, and it's Jesus. It's that simple. So yeah. When the cheater can't create any new tricks, can't change the rules, and has to play by the same rules, and you know all his tricks because you read a book, it's pretty easy to stop getting cheated, right? And tricked. Anyways. It's not a way of life, it's a way for life. And when you learn the way for life, it becomes a way of life. It's just second nature, nothing changes, just your perception of things. Just the perception. There's a litter box. I'm gonna throw my cigarette butt in it. I've been smoking a lot more lately too. Like, whoa, there goes my coffee. I was only having like 2 a day. Maybe 4 a day, like max. 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. 1 at night, 2 at night, max. All right. Then I was down to like 1 in the morning, 1 at night. And after dealing with all the stress and crap, that's what it is. It's always stress that brings you back to smoking, right? So it's kind of like another trick. When you know you're getting stressed out and you quit smoking again, you're going to be tempted to smoke. So know it ahead of time and say, no temptation's kind of on, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to smoke a joint instead of do a bong or go for a walk or suck a lollipop. That helps, sucking lollipops, putting something in your mouth, because it's a hand to mouth thing that you do with cigarettes. So if you have a lollipop, when you want to have a cigarette, or a sucker, whatever you want to call it, it helps you. It makes you not want to have a cigarette, because you're taking control of the hand to mouth thing, right? Anyways. Let's go see my friends at the zoo. Oh, the door's closed. Hopefully the other one's not. I'll walk back around. Scares me. Amazing colors. Bikers and joggers and cars. Ooh. And someone smells it. Not too fresh. when the joggers jog past you, or the guys on the bikes, and they're sweating their bodies off because they're sitting there working out at the park. And you get the complimentary smells when they walk by. I'm not saying I'm no bag of roses either, but I left my chair on the bus. I'm busting a gut already. I need to sit down. I should have sat down on that bench. There's a shortcut down to the zoo, but I don't want to go if the freaking gate's closed. Because it's another hill you gotta walk up. I gotta walk down a hill to get to it and walk up a hill if it's closed. If it's not closed, then I'm at the top of the hill and the whole zoo's on a hill going down. so I'm walking down it, so it's not as hard. And then when I get to the bottom of it, there's picnic tables. I can sit down and relax. But if the picnic tables are wet, I ain't gonna be sitting on them. And it rained all morning. I hope it's not my diverticulitis. It's been hurting me in the one spot, in the same spot. But it's kind of high up, on the upper side of my gut, like above my belly button, right where my belly button meets, on the left side. About 3 inches from the belly button, 3 inches from the hip. Most people would say it's just a stitch in your side. But normally that's in the side, not the back, not in the front, in your gut. Making you feel like your belly's gonna burst. And then when I go down to the bottom of the zoo, I gotta walk all the way back around. But it's not as bad of a hill. Actually, I walked past it, and it's close. That sucks. So I guess I'm not doing the zoo. I guess that solves one problem. Bunch of joggers doing their exercises in the middle of the path where people are walking. There's a whole big parking lot right there. I smell pot. Smells like good pot too. Okay, folks, so I'm gonna end this. Yeah, the stitch in my stomach don't feel good. It's like only a couple inches from my belly button. Okay, man. Hope you enjoyed the little walk. It's a half hour for you of full content. God bless.